Hey, and we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from beautiful downtown Blue Ridge. We're at the Vault here. Great place to come and have breakfast, drink coffee, get fresh donuts, or also take a minute and find out what's going on at the Blue Ridge Community Theater. I'm glad to have with me my next guest, Mr. Joey Roderick.
You got it.
Right?
You got it. You did.
Glad to have you again. Last time we were together, we were over at Sycamore Crossing. So first of all, it can't be that long. You have to come back more often.
I know.
We want to know what's going on at the theater.
And you need to. That's right.
But before we start, I have to bring you into our question. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now, you just got here, so you don't know the question. It's been asked. I've asked several. We're not going to tell you what the number one answer is. And Cole, you don't say it either. All right. New Year's Eve is coming up, right?
Right.
Are you one of those stay up till midnight kind of guy?
I have a newborn son, so we'll see. Kind of newborn.
So that's gonna determine.
That's gonna play a role.
Okay. Well, let me share with you. That's gonna play a role for quite some time to come. Many other things than New Year's Eve. But Joey, generally you're
I'm usually a stay up till midnight type of guy.
All right. Well, you ever watched that New York City? The Times Square.
Yeah, the ball drop and all that. Yeah.
Would you go to that?
Possibly. There's a lot of people out there, but yeah, I probably would.
You probably would?
Yeah.
That's a strong probably would. It's just me. So it's 4-1.
You wouldn't go?
No, I don't want to go.
Like I said, it depends on where I would be. If I'm in the middle of the crowd, then I don't know, kind of iffy, but.
I'm going to put you in the category of you would go. 4-1. It's just me. Also, maybe it's just me. Joey, so glad to have you this morning. Let's talk about the Blue Ridge Community Theater, and just let me give you, no pun intended, the stage. So tell us what's going on over there. What's happening?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we just finished up our season at the kind of the beginning, middle of December, and so we're about to jump into our 2017 season, and we're starting off, we have at our theater, we have our children's theater, we have main stage, and we have Live Music is Better, music concerts. And we're about to have our first concert of the season, January 7th, which is Back in the Saddle. And you can see them on YouTube if you YouTube Back in the Saddle Band. That's also their website, backinthesaddleband.com. They're a fun Western country group, and they're going to be a lot of fun on stage. Our next group after that for January is the band Kelley, which if you've ever seen them on stage, they're an amazing family group. Their age ranges from I think 11 or 12 up to 22 now, and they are fantastic bluegrass players. I mean, outstanding. We're having them January 21st, Saturday at 7:30, and 22nd, Sunday at 2 p.m. for a gospel show. That's the beginning of our Live Music is Better series. Our kids theater is actually opening our season with Beauty and the Beast in February, and it's the musical. That's going to be a lot of fun. They're rehearsing that right now. And in March, which is really what I'm here to push, is The Count of Monte Cristo, which I'm directing. And right now we are still auditioning for that, and we're doing the first time ever we're doing video auditions for main stage theater. So all someone would have to do is shoot a video of themselves. They could use a computer or a cell phone, get their whole body in the picture, do a 1 to 2 minute monologue, and they can send it straight from their phone or download it to the computer and send it from there to my email address, which you can find either on our Facebook page, Blue Ridge Community Theater, or at blueridgecommunitytheater.com, and find out the information there. But we are auditioning 18 to 35 people for that show, which is a ton of people. And
that's in March. That's exciting.
In March, yeah.
The Count of Monte Cristo. That's quite an undertaking.
It is. It's a huge show, but it's a really beautiful it's one of my favorite movies and stories and books. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We did our first round of auditions at the beginning of December, and we had always planned to have 2 rounds of auditions, but we decided to go ahead and do video auditions as well. Our second round of live auditions is January 9th and 10th at 6 p.m. That's a Monday and Tuesday. and we're accepting video auditions up until January 9th.
So if you're out there, and I'm excited to hear that, you can now, I mean, things are moving right along with technology. You can actually video audition for the Count of Monte Cristo, and you're going to be able to you can find the information at the Blue Ridge Community Theater website. We'll have that up for you, and also their Facebook page. You can do that. Then you have the live auditions. Let me ask you a question, and I'm going to use the word, challenge. When you're making decisions over at the theater, and you're talking about what is the next production you want to perform, is there a thought on we want to be challenged, or we want to take on the challenge? Because some of these are very challenging productions that you do.
Yeah, and that's absolutely one of the considerations. It's easy to get stuck in the same routine of doing the same type of show again and again, and then you start to lose that challenge. But that is one thing that we consider. This was a show that I had been pushing since the beginning of 2016, and just saying that I thought that this was something that we really needed to do. This would be a great challenge. It's something different from all the other shows that we've done before. We haven't done this type of show at the theater, at least to my knowledge, since we began. So this is, again, very different, very challenging, but I think it's going to be very well received.
Now, this is going to take place in March?
Yes, March 2nd to 19th.
You got a lot of work.
Yes.
You got a lot of work ahead of you.
A whole lot. And first you got to get a cast.
Huh?
And first I have to get it all cast.
Yeah, you got to cast this.
Yeah.
So, now, tell me one more time, how many actual roles do you have to fill?
We have anywhere from 18 to 35 roles. If we didn't do any doubling, it's in between 30 to 35 people. But with a couple people being doubled, it could be only 18. And I'm really looking for, I need a lot of guys right now between the ages of about 18 to 35. You could be a little bit younger, a little bit older, that's fine. And women that same age range. I need about 6 of each.
18 to 35?
So, yeah.
I'm 34.
That's perfect. There you go. Come on out. May have to age you down a little bit.
Shut up, Cole. That wasn't funny. I mean, when you threw the 18 to 35, I mean, like, yeah, well, you know, you just ended half the surveys I get to do. Age group, you know, I'll never forget, you know, you're doing the surveys, and the survey says 18 to 28, or, you know, and then from this to 35, and then from this. I was like, I don't want to keep doing these surveys.
It just needs to put 36 plus, and you can be in that.
Anything over 35 available in the show?
Yeah, yes, definitely. And we've had a number of people in that range come out, but we still are looking for more. So definitely.
But you are looking for, and may I say it like this? Let's see if I'm right. I wouldn't call Fannin County, Blue Ridge, just a retirement community, but we have a lot of people that are retired in the area that enjoy the theater and enjoy being a part of the theater. So maybe casting, and I'm going to be nice about it, casting some older roles may not have quite the difficulty because you have more people come out.
Sure, yeah.
But the 18 to 35 range, you really want to encourage people to come out in that range.
And that's always a lot harder because that's the age range that is generally working.
Right, exactly.
Odd hours into the night. So anyone with that free time is someone that we like to try to capture. And you know, it's tough because like we talked about earlier with the challenge of these types of shows, these are the types of shows that a lot of our audience really wants us to do and enjoys and wants to see. But one of the challenges of these shows is getting that actually all the way through production and getting it on stage.
What about the Count of Monte Cristo? You said this is one of your favorites. Elaborate on why it's one of your favorites and what, you know, people could look forward to, or what has you most excited about getting to do this production?
Absolutely. Well, to me, it's one of the best adventure drama stories ever told. I mean, you've got revenge, you've got love, you have forgiveness. It deals with so many different issues, but it's timeless issues. You know, we've all have experienced hate on some level, desire for revenge, realizing that, you know, maybe that's not what we should have done, and learning about forgiveness and love and loss. So to me, it connects with everyone that comes to see it on some level. And it's just really exciting. From the very beginning of the story all the way to the end, it's just one thing after another. It's a very quick-moving story. And I'll say when I first read the play adaptation, I didn't think it was going to be good, and I was a little bit concerned. But it was it's fantastic. It is the best play adaptation I've read of it. Something that our audience can look forward to is are a few special effects that we haven't done at our theater before, and it's also a very different setup for the play. And I don't want to give too much away, but the way that the play moves between scenes, you're in a lot of different locations throughout the play. So in order to accomplish that, instead of having big scene changes, we're doing lots of lighting changes and lots of mood effects, things like that. So it's a very very different show overall, and there'll be some fun surprises for our audience.
Before we wrap up this morning, let me ask you, Joey. We're talking about the Blue Ridge Community Theater here in Fannin County, North Georgia. Joey Roderick is my guest this morning. Let me ask you a question. Now, one more thing, because I tell people, to go to the theater, some people feel that if you're not in some of the metropolitan areas, share amazingly the quality of the theater in Blue Ridge is just amazing. People may not realize what great productions are being done over here, and how many things are going on at that theater.
Absolutely,
the quality of that theater.
Yeah. I've been involved in theater for a very long time. My degree's in theater. I've worked with people from Broadway and all over the world, and it really amazed me coming back here, seeing the show, having generally with community theater, your expectations, let's be honest, are a little bit, yeah.
I understand.
But the quality of the show that we put on very much surprised me. We do a great job, especially for community theater. We work very hard to do that. We spend each and every day, I mean, it's a 24/7 type of job, working on the quality of our show, on each of our directors attempt to make their next show better than their last, and it's hard, but that's very, very true of each and every one of our directors there, and they spend a lot of time considering what shows to put on, and casting and everything else. And we have a wonderful pool of actors that just love getting on stage, love working on each show that they're in. So that really really makes it special and sets us apart, I think.
Well, to some it may be something that it's the last thing they think about, but if you want to retire and move to an area and say, you know what, I would like to get involved with a good community theater, you can add this to a list of reasons why you should move here.
Right.
And I don't want to leave anybody out. I mean, I don't want to leave anybody out and start mentioning names, but we have a lot of great sponsors in the playbill, a lot of great supporters in this area of the theater, and that is a major plus to you trying to perform.
Absolutely.
Put these productions together. There's a great support in the area for the theater.
Oh yes, huge support, and we certainly could not do it without each and every one of them. I mean, they keep our lights on and keep us going, so always thankful.
Before we go, one more time, how do we get all this information on the schedule with is it called the Children's Sunny D?
Sunny D Children's Theater
for
Beauty and the Beast. Yep.
And the music presentations, but especially this great Count of Monte Cristo that's coming up in March. So tell us a phone number, a website, and a Facebook page.
Absolutely. Our phone number is 706-632-9223, and that's on our website, blueridgecommunitytheater.com. All of that information, if you look on the left panel when you go into the website and click on productions, you can see which production is up now and which ones are coming, the dates, information, all of that on the website.
Joey, thank you very much. I've enjoyed it, and it's always a pleasure. You got to come back more often. In
Yes,
fact,
love
let's put
to.
this down now, Caller. We've got to get him back a little closer to the time of this play to hear all the excitement. Not give away anything, but hear all the excitement, how it's coming along. Good luck with the Count of Monte Cristo at the Blue Ridge Community Theater. We'll be right back to wrap up our final live show of 2016. 17, 18, what year is it, Cole? Do you know? What year is it?
16 still.
Thanks. I needed that help. Take us a break, Cole.